on, everybody? It's Stock Sniper Alex. I'm hanging out in the Sniper Lounge, and today I just want to give you guys a quick tip of the week. Today's tip is just going to be all about creating a plan. Really huge key, and it's one of the main reasons why we actually started to become profitable consistently. There's a lot of stocks moving. There's a lot of stocks that are going crazy. Some are not moving at all, some are up 100%. When you come into the morning, which is one of our hot times, right away the first hour of trading is a really key time for us. Come into the morning, you want to have a plan. Really, you want to narrow it down to the handful of stocks that are actually have potential to actually make you money in a short amount of time. And that's difficult. I'm not saying it's easy, it's something that's very difficult, but that's what we do. That's why we're here. That's why we're here to help you guys. We're here every single day. We create a watch list for the next morning every single day to prepare ourselves and you guys for the hottest opportunities every morning and every afternoon. I just want to show you guys a glimpse into how we create our plan and really why it's really important to create that plan. So let me show you some live footage. It's midday right now, 11 a.m. And the first stock we're looking at is ALPP. If you guys have been around this, you are familiar with the stock. If you haven't, you should get familiar with the stock. It's an OTC stock. And if you're looking at it right here, each one of these candles is a day, and it went from basically 1 penny to 44 cents. And most recently, in the last 5 days, it went from 9 cents to 44 cents. And we actually were buying in on that 9-cent breakout. And we sold at 11 and a half cents for like 25%. Easy money, so predictable. And we had a plan that day. But look where the stock went to. It went all the way to 44 cents. And did we know it was going to go to 44 when we bought at 9 cents? Absolutely not, but we knew it had that potential, and that's the reason why we actually get into these type of plays. But today, if you could see it now, it is having a terrible day. It's down 37% right now, just completely tanking on the day. And actually, we were very prepared for it to have this type of day today, and that just comes with experience. We've been around these stocks a lot. We know that if they go up that quickly from 10 cents to 40 cents in 5 days, they're going to have a pretty big pullback day one of these days. We actually had this on our radar last night when we were preparing our watch list. Knew this was already up a lot. It was 5 massive green days in a row, and we knew at any point this could dip. If you know the fact that these stocks could get overextended, there's opportunity to make money on the way down as well as the way up. When we made money on the breakout, the most predictable move from 9 cents to 11 and a half cents. Extremely predictable move. But now we know that it's overextended, it could possibly come back down. So let me look into the actual minutes. So these are 5-minute candles that we're looking at. Actually 3-minute. Each candle is 3 minutes. So coming into the day, this is a pattern that we're starting to get more familiar with. It's in our favorite sector, it's OTC, and it's a first red day. Just like we play first green days, we buy first green days and take them overnight for a possible second green day. It's basically the same thing in reverse. Once the stock gets overextended, it could have a possibility of coming back down and creating that first red day, and then creating second, third red days after that. So if you look right here, this morning it gapped up a little bit, but still had that resistance and basically downtrended for the first hour and a half and was sitting below VWAP. Those are all negative signs. Those are all signs that this stock could possibly pull back very quickly. And it was on the radar. We unfortunately did not pull the trigger on this one. Being on the right track, having a plan is huge. It's just amazing to be on the right track as the stock came all the way down to 24 cents, down 40% on the day. So this is not a surprise to us. This happens all the time. And it just really pays to be prepared for this. If you didn't know the way that these stocks move, you're really not going to have a grip and have a really good chance of actually making money on this in the first hour or last hour of trading. So it's really important to, if the market closes at 4 o'clock, that doesn't mean that's it. You got to put the time. You have to be dedicated to actually creating a plan, review, come back, take a break, 4 o'clock, whatever, want to get away from the markets, you got to come back and just review it and see what has the possibility of doing what the next day. You got to visualize it. When you have the visualization, you can come into the next morning knowing, all right, well, the resistance is here. If it goes red, if it's red on the day, it's going to have a first red day. last week when it was breaking out, if it broke out in the 9-cent level, it can go a lot higher. Okay, we knew that, so knowing coming in, if it actually does break these levels, it can actually run. Let me show you another example. Let's see a listed stock, AGRX. This is a totally different play, but still a great opportunity. This is a 52-week breakout, so this is a listed NASDAQ stock. As you can see right here, this is 1 full year. Recently, it's had some strong days. I think they got some FDA approval on their product, some really good momentum, and you could see long-term, it had long-term resistance at 170, and yesterday, it actually broke above that level and was holding above that level all day long. Now, to some people could look at it and say, well, that's cool, but I'm not sure what it's going to do tomorrow. Or you could say, wow, this is actually breaking a key resistance level and it's holding that level, so it actually has a possibility to go further, just like ALPP did from 9 cents to 44 cents. So looking at this one on the minute candles, you can really see, you can understand that yesterday it got all the way up to like 180, 190 and held above VWAP, that purple line right there, held above it all day long. So when the VWAP lines up with the breakout and it's holding above that level, there's a possibility it can go higher. And all this doesn't happen until you actually review this. And this was on the watch list, AGRX, right here, actually we have it pulled up. And we were prepared that this had the potential. Look what it did this morning, it went straight to 235. Now this is a listed stock. They're a little bit more choppier. The breakouts aren't as clean as the OTCs like ALPP, which goes 300% from where we actually bought in on the breakout. But this is still a nice move, and it really just pays to be prepared for something like this when they do come around. So really, I just want to stress the importance of creating a plan, putting the time to visualize the possibilities of the next day. If you're not prepared, these stocks can eat you alive. If you're not on the right side of it, if you don't have a really good risk level, you don't know what can happen, and it really turns into gambling at that point. So it pays to be prepared. It pays to have a plan. That's really how we became profitable and consistent with our wins. And not only creating the plan, but also sticking to the plan is a really good key. But I'll have to tell you about that on the next tip. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Create a plan. I promise, if you create the plan, you're going to start to feel better. Even if you don't play it, if it plays out to what you really thought about, what you thought it could do, it gives you more confidence for the next time it comes around, so you can actually snipe it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time. See you guys in the chat.